So winter is just around the corner, and as we go into the colder months, it is important to remember what all we have in our lives that keep us warm and safe, and that others may not have. Joining us this morning to discuss how you can help those in need is President and CEO of Crossroads Rhode Island, Michelle Wilcox. Good morning, Michelle.
Good morning.
Thanks so much for being here. Obviously, this is the time of year where we start to think about, we should be doing this all year long, about folks who do not have maybe as much as we have been blessed to have in our lives. So can you talk about some of the people who are in such need this time of year?
Yeah, thank you. Homelessness has doubled in Rhode Island in the last few years since before the pandemic. And it's really been caused by a severe shortage of affordable housing, inflation, wages just aren't keeping up with the cost of living. And in fact, this holiday season, there are about 2,500 Rhode Islanders who are experiencing homelessness in our state. Yeah, it's really, it's an urgent crisis that we're experiencing right now.
I was asking you even before we went on, I was wondering if it's younger people or kind of what the age group is that you are seeing more of maybe than in past years?
Yeah, it's younger people, but in particular we've seen an increase in older folks, senior citizens who are newly finding themselves experiencing homelessness, which is, at the end of your life is not the time you want to, you never want to experience homelessness, but it's really tragic.
And what are some of the causes for it? Is it they are they alone and don't have anybody to kind of guide them? Or is it just because the cost of things are just so, are so expensive?
Yeah, senior citizens in particular tend to be on fixed incomes,
right.
And with the cost of housing going up as much as it has, they can't keep up.
How are you at Crossroads able to keep up? How are you able to work with different clients and kind of keep up and help these people find a place to rest their head on a cold night?
So the mission of Crossroads is to help people who are experiencing homelessness secure stable homes. And we do that in a variety of ways. One of the ways we do it is we continue to partner with the state in providing street outreach efforts. So really helping to identify and quickly house or shelter people who are living outdoors. Crossroads is one of the largest providers of housing, and we're the only provider of housing exclusively for people experiencing homelessness in the state. So we own and operate and manage over 375 apartments throughout the state.
Wow.
And we have another 300 or so that are currently in development, so permanent supportive housing for people who are experiencing homelessness and need it.
Is it hard? I know you said you have people out on the streets like trying to help other people who may be homeless. Is it hard to kind of like get those people to come in and to find, to get them the help that they need?
The people who are experiencing homelessness and who are unhoused or living outdoors oftentimes really have multiple challenges, mental health concerns, perhaps substance use. And so it really takes a little extra effort sometimes to help them trust and feel safe to come in. And certainly housing is the solution. We know that the only solution to homelessness is housing. Temporary emergency shelter is important at times, but housing is the real solution to homelessness.
And one more thing, how can, if viewers are out there and they are looking to help, they feel the need to give and help you, how can they do that?
Thank you. There's a great opportunity coming up this Tuesday is Giving Tuesday, December 3rd, and we have an incredible challenge, a $25,000 matching challenge. So every gift to Crossroads will be matched dollar for dollar. That means $100 will become $200.
That's great.
And that can help a family of 4 receive shelter, meals, showers for 2 nights. So folks can give by going to www.crossroadsri.org and
help it out.
Your chance.
And this can happen to anybody.
It absolutely
It can happen to anybody. Michelle, thanks so much for being here. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family and all the work that you do at Crossroads as well.
Thank you.
If you would like to help out this Giving Tuesday, you can double your impact and help end homelessness. All you have to do is head to roadshow.com for a link to do so.